Sister-in-law is bitter. Her ex proposed to me, and this got her banned from our family. Am I the asshole for this? We shall see. My 27 female fiance's ex is now my older brother's wife, so my sister-in-law. To make things less confusing, my fiance George, my brother is David, and my sister-in-law is Ella. George, 38M, male, briefly dated Ella, 34 female, for 4 years. That's not brief, that's 4 years. Ella wanted to get married and have kids, but George did not want this with her. He was also having a lot of issues back then, partying, doing drugs, and not being the most reliable person. They dated for 6 months and everything ended in drama because Ella was not able to make George want to settle with her. Soon after their breakup, she met my brother and they got married 6 to 7 months after. So yeah, they moved really fast and basically Ella dated her ex, broke up with him, met my brother and got married to him. Everything in only 1 year and a couple of months. I met George 2 years ago and at the time Ella was already married to my brother. Back then, I had no idea that George was Ella's ex. When George started to feel attracted to me, he changed completely. He quit drinking and doing drugs. He's been sober ever since, started going to therapy, and overall became a new person. He did this because he wanted to change, and I've been with him during this entire healing journey. I'm very proud of him, and we have a healthy and amazing relationship. Even if Ella was already married to my brother, she was furious when she found out I was dating George and that he was serious with me. She was so cruel and said a lot of nasty lies. She used to tell everyone that George was grooming me. I was 25 when we became a thing and he was 36. This is not grooming. She lied to George. She lied that George was abusing me, trying to get me to become an addict like him and many other things. This ruined my relationship with my brother because he never did anything to make her stop. George and I announced our engagement to my family last week during my dad's birthday. My parents were happy for us, but Ella said it must be nice to be the one to get the ring after someone struggled to fix him. She needs help. Like, baby, he's not with you anymore. Wow. She's saying the quiet parts out loud. Like, she's not single. Like, she is currently in a relationship. She's married. So he was based. So the brother she's married to was like a rebound. Like, because why are you still talking about this situation? Why are you still making comments on a comment like that? Glad you're, what she said? It must be nice to be with the one to get the ring after someone else struggled to fix him. Sweetheart, he just didn't want to be with you. And it's okay. There's plenty of men out there that is with somebody for convenience. And then as soon as they find the person that they want to be with, they will change their whole life, their whole thinking, their whole well-being to be with that person. Admittedly so, the person that they were with before that was asking for all those things will be so hurt and distraught. But after you find somebody, then you're married and you're living your own life, you need to leave. It's a certain point you cut off. Making any comments, having any feelings, like, you're doing too much, baby. You're doing entirely too much. You need to seek some help. Again, no reaction from my brother as usual. My parents told her to stop, but I just snapped and told her something along the lines of, he fixed himself, you POS. And yes, it was nice to know I'll be married to a man I love more than anything and who loves me the same. But how is it for you knowing that no one else except my idiot brother ever wanted to marry you? Does it feel nice? My parents kicked them out after this. They told her that everyone had enough of her BS. She is insane because although being married, she is still bitter over the fact that her ex did not want her. She's officially banned from every family event, and my brother is now blaming me. So am I the asshole in this situation? I don't think I'm, honestly, but I want to also hear some unbiased perspective. She needs help. You can't be the asshole. You can't poke the bear so many times until the bear is going to lash out. Like, imagine you are with somebody. Yes, admittedly, he was with somebody for a couple of years who he decided he didn't want to be with. Like, it wasn't going to work out. Like, I don't see a lot. And the way how she's acting unhinged, I could see why after being with her for 4 years, he had no interest in staying with her for longer than that. Because if she's acting like this, sorry to say, am I inclined to believe that she was part of his drug habit? Because how does he, like, I don't understand, because I'm not a therapist, I'm not in that field, but for somebody to up and change, like separate from that person, and then they meet somebody new and they decide to change their whole entire life, like, I am not drinking, I'm not doing drugs anymore. What was going on in their mind and that mental with the person they was before, that left them, that they constantly stayed in that state of being drugged up all the time, and then they away from that person, and then they just like, you know what, I got a breath of fresh air, I'm starting over, I'm gonna stay sober, I'm gonna do this. Like, what happens, what has been happening, that a person is able to easily change their life? That's just me, that's just my 2 cents. But I would say you're not the asshole, because you could only take so much at constantly before you're gonna have to go check her. Me personally, I'd have checked her a long time ago, because not you making comments like that, you would have known that if you're in my presence and with my man, you're not, like, we don't have any type of ties. I thought coming into this, it would have a situation like y'all were like good friends, y'all were good family, and you ended up like stealing her man away. But it didn't seem like that's the situation. He was with her, he separated, she married. Within a year of separating from the ex, she has your brother. You start happen to dating her ex. He changed up his life. Y'all happy. Move on. She's doing entirely too much. She's doing entirely too much. And no, you're not the asshole. You're not the asshole. We have a couple of updates. I'm going to see if I could try to fit the update. Oh, no, I'm not going to fit the update. Come back for part 2, because this part 2 it looked like it's about to be nice and long.